Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 2 of Practical Magic. I'm so excited to get started in just a second. This might be one of my favorite days. And spoiler alert, we are going to do some hypnosis today, some group hypnosis. So if you're excited about that, let me know in the chat because I am very excited about it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started in 1 minute. I started a little bit early to let people pop on. You know, that always takes a minute. And I just want to say for those who are watching the replay, there may be, or maybe someone who's here live now as well, there may be people who are watching today who have not watched day 1 yet. And the replay is available for that. So we'll make sure that you get that in the inbox if you missed day 1 or you want to rewatch it, or if you're just joining on day 2 and you want to kind of have some of the foundational stuff that really kind of builds on, or that we're building on a bit today. So I will make sure to, that'll go out in an email and everybody will get that. So regardless of if you were here, you want to rewatch or whatever. Okay, so we are right on the hour. So I am just going to waste no time. I don't like to waste time, and we'll just get started. Let's see here. We share my screen. Okay. Here we go. So for those of you who are returning and those who are watching for the first time, this is Practical Magic, Double Your Business. It is a free training for spiritual business owners who want to be more visible, live their divine purpose, their sacred contract, like we talked about, and work less and make more, living their magical life. And today we're going to be talking a lot, pretty much the whole class is going to be about timeline jumping, quantum leaping, and what it actually takes to be able to do these things. So regardless of where you are now in your life, in your business, whatever it is that you are wanting is available to you, and we can actually work with magic and energy and strategy to come into alignment with that. So that's what we're going to do today. Just a brief little recap of day 1 is this is where we were really kind of setting the stage and building the foundation of understanding what sacred contracts even are, and really kind of coming to that understanding that you already have everything that you need inside of you to create what it is that you desire. So if you have a desire, you have what you need to create it. And it's really about bringing that energy up. And that's what we're going to work on today. The other thing that we went over is really understanding, hopefully for you at a deeper level, that your business, your money, and your life in general is always it's reflecting what your subconscious believes is safe, based on, like we talked about, the 2 types of spells, the spells that that were cast over us, that illusion that was created, and the spells that we cast and what we create. And you're always going to get exactly what your nervous system can handle. I was on a call earlier and I said, money work is nervous system work. And that is exactly what I mean when I'm talking about it. So you're only able to hold what your nervous system can handle until it self-sabotages. So the truth is that if your subconscious believed it was safe for you to double your business, then it is universal law for that to come into fruition. And you're going to understand a little bit more what I mean about that as we're talking about the timeline, as we're talking about quantum jumping. And then we also talked about the more, when it comes to alchemy, right? That alchemical process, the more subconscious weight that we have, the more subconscious baggage, we can call it that, the longer you have to wait to get what it is that you desire. And when we pull in that alchemical process, then we actually have a way that we have a map that we're following and understanding. And then we're going to include tools that help us release that internal lead or weight so that we can come into alignment much faster with what it is that we want. So first of all, I also, before I really get into this, I just want to set the frame for you all that this is going to be a shorter day. There are less slides, and this is more about really diving into how it feels to embody a different energy. So like I said at the beginning, we're going to do a group hypnosis. So wherever you are right now, I'm getting ready to start in on all the good content, but I'm not going to be long here because the majority of today is going to be hypnosis. So wherever you are now, get to a place where you could go and really relax. So if you're driving, obviously you cannot participate in the hypnosis. You wouldn't want to because it wouldn't be very safe. So if you are somewhere, just a heads up that we are going to move into that rather quickly. So probably be thinking about that in the next 10, 15 minutes or so to be heading into a direction where you would be comfortable and ready to relax. Now, let's get into it. In pretty much every movie, there's always a moment where the hero realizes that they're powerful. So I don't know about you, but I have a deep love of superhero movies. I'm married to somebody who loves superhero movies, and my son loves superhero movies. We love these kind of movies. And I don't know if you do or not. You can let me know in the comments if you like them as well. But they are some of our favorite movies. And my theory is that they've gotten really popular over the last, 10 years or so. And they've always been around, but they've really kind of taken off. There's a superhero movie for everything. But my theory is that we love these movies because we know, we have a knowing within us that there is a greatness and a power like that inside of us as well. We understand just on a fundamental level that is available to us. And obviously, for so many of us, we can talk ourselves out of that greatness. We can be thinking that it's possible for someone else, but maybe it's not for me. Maybe it is for them, but not for me. And yet, even having that thought, there's a part of us that knows. Otherwise, why would we be drawn to these movies? We wouldn't, right? We wouldn't care about them. But we do. And the reason is that we know that there is something great inside of us as well. I'm going to check the chat. Doctor Strange 2. Yes. Oh my gosh. Exactly. Doctor Strange 1 was so amazing, right? There's so much mystical, goodness all baked into it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. These movies spark something inside of us because we know we have that power inside of us. So now let's get into talking a little bit about what timelines are and what quantum leaping is. I'm just checking the chat again. Todd says, my wife isn't into them, but she watched Doctor Strange with me because of the magic of the universe. Yes. Okay. So this is great because Doctor Strange 2 is really all about actually what I'm going to talk about right now. But timelines and quantum leaping. Okay. So what do I mean when I'm talking about this? Well, I want to bring up the many worlds theory. And the many worlds theory is a concept, a theory within quantum physics. And if you've watched Doctor Strange, then you probably know a little bit about it. But isn't that also interesting that so many movies are based on actual quantum physics, especially in the superhero world? They're based around actual real science. Yes, they may take some liberties, but they're based in science. So the many worlds theory was put out by physicist Hugh Everett, and he theorized that our universe is just one universe, and there are numerous parallel universes that really just kind of like go on forever. They branch out and they go on forever. And this actually implies that all possible outcomes could be essentially in some world, in some universe, anything that could be a reality is a reality. And so that being said, it is really our job becomes lining up with the timeline that we would like to be on. Now, how do we do that? Because if it were so easy, everybody would just go around doing it, right? And actually, we are doing it all of the time. So in order to be on a timeline that you desire to be on, the one where you've doubled your income, the one where you are living your magical life, whatever that looks like for you, the way that we do that is self-initiation. And this goes back to our magical work a bit, because in magic, initiation is very important. But what does this mean, self-initiation? So in the many worlds theory, if we're following that, there are also, if there's all these worlds, right? There's also endless versions of you. There's infinite versions of you, meaning on one of these timelines, on one of these worlds, you are already the version of you that you're desiring to be. You're already living the life that you want to be living, the one that is in your imagination right now. So there's already a version of you who is showing up powerfully. There's already a version of you doing whatever it takes. There's already a version of you living in that superhero level greatness, right? That you've already ignited that spark within you and you're already doing it. So the key here, though, becomes you choosing it, you activating that energy within you. And I want to put out here that, a lot of times we talk about things like alter ego or, whatever it may be. And the thing is that can be really helpful to kind of think about what that might feel like for us if we're really unfamiliar with what that version of us feels like. But it's not that. It's not a fictional character or something outside of you. It is you. It is already you that exists on another parallel reality, on another parallel timeline. And so all then that you need to do is activate the aspects of you that are already in existence. They already exist, but they just haven't been activated now in this timeline, in this current reality. And to be able to choose that, to activate that, to decide that is what it means to self-initiate. So self-initiation is about appointing yourself as the authority of your own life. It means that you just absolutely, in no uncertain terms, claim what it is that you want as yours now. And there is, again, this is a concept that comes from magic, this initiation. We don't wait for somebody else to appoint us and say, dub us worthy or choose us. We must choose ourselves first. You must choose yourself first and then claim whatever it is that you want, doubling your income or whatever version of your magical life it is. You have to decide now that you will be that, that you are worthy of that, and appoint yourself as that now. And this is also like, this is where things get a little bit different from the way that I teach things, because it's twofold. There's an inner part of this, and then there's an outer part of it as well. So if anyone has ever read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, first of all, excellent book. I love it so much. There's a quote where the author says, "Never leave home without feeling certain that you look like the kind of person that you want to be." And some of this I'm actually bringing over from my previous career in the beauty industry. And this doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or however you identify, it really does not matter, because it has nothing to do with makeup or hair necessarily, but it does have to do with how you feel on the outside. So the internal part is actually feeling like the kind of person that you want to be, but already feeling that way about yourself is what then causes reality to shift. It causes other people to then see you differently. So this, in the context of, say, attracting clients, it allows for magnetizing because you already are feeling magnetic. You already feel like people want to work with you, right? And so if you are feeling that way first internally, I feel like people want to work with me because I'm amazing, then you're going to be magnetizing that. That's going to be mirrored back to you in the way that other people are viewing you and seeing you and showing up for you. But again, it's that self-initiation. It has to start with us versus it starting with somebody else. And then externally, what does that actually look like on the outside? So how are you dressing in a way that is reflective of how you want to feel or how you feel inside? So how are you embodying that energy on an external level and an internal level? It really starts to become about, well, how does my hair look in the morning when I roll out of bed and when I'm doing this and that and getting on social media? What is the energy that I'm bringing to that? And so really looking at that from both sides becomes really important. And this goes back, remember, to day one, where we're talking about the masculine and the feminine. This is an aspect of that, because it's both how we look on the outside. And again, it has nothing to do with really what you're putting on. It's only about the energy that it fills you with. So are you dressing in a way that presents never leave home without looking like that kind of person that you want to be? Are you dressing in a way that presents that? Does your office look like a way that would present that doubling your income? If your income were already doubled, does your office reflect that? Does your wardrobe reflect that? Right? This becomes very, very important to anchoring in that different energy. Because again, I'll remind you one more time that you were already born knowing exactly how to embody this. But now, because of those spells, we have to sort of relearn what that feels like. It's really that coming into alignment with the conscious and the subconscious for what that would feel like. So remember back to day one, whatever you wrote on your post-it, did everybody do their spell? Hopefully everybody did the spell. Again, go back to day one if you haven't. But I want to know, thinking about it from a little bit of a different perspective, what feelings would it evoke within you if what you wrote down was already your reality? If you had already doubled your income, what would not just what feelings, but what would you be thinking about? This is really important. These two questions really shifted things for me. What would you believe was true about the world? So again, I was on a call earlier, a coaching call in one of my groups, and somebody said to me that right now times are tough, and that this person's clients were really identifying with that times are tough. Do you see how times are tough is a belief about the world? So what would you believe about the world? You wouldn't believe that times are tough. I mean, yes, I understand to some degree that it is, but what she was meaning was financially specifically. And I'm like, yes, there are people that is absolutely their reality. And it is also true that there are people who are not struggling financially right now. They're doing okay. And they are able and ready to invest for things that mean something to them, for things that will help them get what they want. And so what would you need to believe was true about the world in order for you to double your income? And even more importantly, what would you need to believe was true about you? And this goes back to embodying that energy. What would you need to believe was true about you if booking clients was so effortless, if you had the space to live your life the way you wanted to live it, if money were not an issue? What would you believe was true about the world? What would you believe was true about you? Those are really important questions. Because again, self-initiation, it is the word of the day. In order to jump timelines, in order to quantum leap, this is where you must start. You have to give yourself permission to embody a new energy before you feel ready, before the money is there, before the resources show up, in spite of fear, in spite of all of those spells that we talked about Tuesday. This is what you must do in order to get to any new timeline, in order to quantum leap. It has to start with this energy. Because right now, the problem is that it's almost, sometimes it can feel really difficult to show up any differently because this is just all we know, right? And remember, it feels really uncomfortable to our unconscious to show up any different kind of way. And so if you are, however you're showing up right now is an old energy, and it is from that limited version, that limited self, instead of that divine spark that you really are, that is on any timeline that you wish to be on. So right now there's lead attached to you. There's that heaviness, that weight. And so in order to shift that is what it will take, is embodying that new energy, embodying that energy of that version that's already done it. Now, when it comes to manifesting in business or life or whatever, it is all down to management of the energetic self. And so here is a little magical tool that you can do every single day, every single morning. First of all, notice where your energy and your attention naturally wants to go. Notice those places where you have these cords that go out from you that literally shift your energy into a negative place, into a negative state. And what you're going to do, and you can do this right now if you choose, as long as you're not driving, but you can place your hand on your heart and close your eyes and take a just nice deep breath in and really think about for a moment, just consider, where is my energy splintered? Where is it split? Where is it not with me? Where is it entangled in an argument or in something, in self-doubt or negativity or wherever? Because even sitting here right now, listening to me, you may also, your energy may also be a million other places, right? You're splintered. And when we talked on day one about how important our focus is to what we want, this becomes even more important because we have to, well, we're more powerful, let's say it that way. We're more powerful when we have all of our focus, all of our energy with us in the moment, and then we get to choose where we direct it. So everybody who is at a place where they can, close your eyes and take a deep breath and put your hand on your heart and just, you can mentally repeat after me. But I call all of my energy back from all times, all places, all dimensions. I ask to allow all of my energy to be my own and to be with me now. If I'm taking on someone else's energy, I give it back. I call all of my power back to me now, back to this moment, back to the most powerful moment, this infinite moment of now. And you can open your eyes again. But when you do this, you now have more potent energy to direct at what it is that you choose to direct it for. And it's okay if you are getting disconnected. You can always listen to the replay later. Okay, so now that I have you coming down, your energy's coming, we've called the energy back. You're hopefully all of your focus is with you now. Do you want to experience what it feels like to embody this energy? We are going to do some hypnosis. You're going to go into an altered state of consciousness. Again, please only do this if you are at a safe place, you're not driving or operating heavy machinery of any kind. But I'm going to read a few facts about hypnotherapy that lend very well to what it is specifically that we're talking about today. And while I do this, I would love for you to be getting into a cozy place. You don't want to be laying all the way down, but propped up where your back is propped up in a chair, or you can lay in a recliner, however you want to do that. But go ahead and get comfy, get cozy, because we're going to do a hypnosis. It's going to last about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But here are some to me, this was such a powerful thing to hear about how hypnosis is so specifically helpful to getting what it is that we want. So in 2005, scientists at Weill Medical College of Cornell University used a functional MRI to show how hypnotic suggestions can override automatic processes in the brain. The next one is suggestibility is a central phenomenon of hypnosis. So when suggestions are accepted, the person may experience profound changes. New York Times said, while in hypnotic trance, you are neither awake nor asleep, but rather deeply relaxed, in a deeply relaxed state that renders the mind highly focused and ready to accept suggestions that help you accomplish your goals. And lastly, Psychology and Psychiatry magazine said, once people are in the driver's seat of their hypnotic ability, they often reap additional benefits in other areas of their lives as well. This is an extremely powerful tool that will assist you in getting what you want. That is Exactly. That is what I have dedicated my life to, is helping you get what you want. And this is the most powerful tool to do that. So I'm going to ask you to get comfortable and close your eyes. I'm going to stop my screen for now. I'm going to stop my video, so you will only hear my voice, and my voice will guide you through this process. So go ahead and make sure that you're in a comfortable spot, that you are nice and cozy. And I want you to just sit back and relax. And you can go ahead and close your eyes down. Taking a nice deep breath in and releasing it, allowing all of the surface tension in your body to just release. And in a very few moments, you're going to be more relaxed than you've ever known yourself to be. So go ahead and just take a few deep abdominal breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale peace and exhale any tension. And as you bring all of your awareness and all of your attention to your breathing, just recognize how easily it is to breathe deeply, and how breathing deeply alone can create such a powerful, peaceful state within you. Let the body breathe according to its own natural rhythm. Slowly, easily, deeply. And now on this next breath, I want you to take a signal breath, a breath that is a special message to the body that you are ready to enter a deep state of relaxation. So inhale and exhale. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. And as you concentrate your attention on your breathing, notice that you are naturally tuning to a higher vibration, which will serve every aspect of your life. And as you just focus your attention on your breathing now, just imagine or get a sense of a ball of pure energy or a white light that begins at your lower abdomen. And as you inhale, it rises up the front of your body to your forehead. And as you exhale, it moves down the spine, down your legs, and into the ground. And again, just imagine this white light or ball of energy rising up from the front of your body to your forehead as you inhale and exhale. It goes down your spine, around your legs, and into the ground. Wonderful. and circulate this ball of energy around for just a few moments. And allow its circulation to move you into an even more relaxed state. Deeper and deeper relaxed. And each time that you inhale and exhale, you may be surprised to find yourself twice as relaxed as you were just a moment before. Twice as comfortable, twice as peaceful. For with each breath, every cell of your body becomes at ease. Any tension or tightness or any negative energy just drains down the body, down the legs, and into the ground. Good. And now imagine in your mind's eye the most peaceful, tranquil, magical place that you can imagine. A beautiful place where you're fully relaxed. And just let your imagination become reacquainted or acquainted with every detail of this magical spot. Sense the peaceful beauty all around you as you just relax, stretch out, and enjoy it. Good. In so many movies, there is a moment when the hero realizes that even though they hadn't been previously aware of it, they realize just how powerful they are. They realize that they've had this power inside of them all along. You have this power inside of you as well. You are so powerful. You have the ability to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. Your magical life. Money on demand. Business growth beyond what you previously thought possible. And I want you now to use your wonderful, powerful imagination, just like you did when you were a child. Your imagination is such a special gift that you've been given. And maybe you've been using it to your disadvantage for a long time. But now you know that you have this powerful tool and you can use it to align with your highest good. So I want you to just use that imagination now and imagine yourself standing in front of a full-length mirror. Somehow you just get a sense of it. And it's a magical mirror. And as you look at yourself there in this mirror, you begin to notice your hair, your posture, what you're wearing. And as you look a little longer there in the mirror, you start to see a scene come to life. You see yourself now just a few years from now. However you see or sense this is just right. But in just a few short years, you have created everything that you want. You have a thriving business. It's making an impact in the world. Your accounts are overflowing with money. You have all the time and freedom to do what you want to do. But you've done it. Your dreams have happened. They're a reality. And you get a sense and you start to notice the space around you. Your home is gorgeous. The exact space that you've imagined. It's clean and bright, and you stop to breathe it all in for a moment with gratitude. And you notice that it even smells great. Like that scent that you love so much. And you head down the hallway in this beautiful space. And you notice that there's pictures on the wall of friends and family and adventures you've been on and vacations you've taken. And it's just so amazing as you're experiencing it now. And as you walk down the hallway, you walk into your bedroom. And for some reason, in this moment, it just hits you. An overwhelming wave of gratitude. You are living the life that you've been dreaming of for so long. Even this very room you're in is designed perfectly to your style and taste. And you begin to reflect back on the journey. Your eyes begin to fill up with tears of gratitude when all of a sudden your thoughts are interrupted by your phone pinging you with a notification. And it's from someone that you know well. And they've sent you a message, someone that's really dear to you. You open your phone immediately and read it. And it says, "Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You've changed my life. You were the exact person that I was looking for. And you showed up just when I needed you. Thank you for how you show up in the world, the way you show up. I know that you have had to go through so much to get here. But I am so thankful that you did and that you never gave up, because I don't know where I'd be without you." And your heart swells with gratitude. And you want to reply, but you're so overcome with emotion in this moment that you pause. And you turn around and catch a glimpse of yourself in that mirror, that full length mirror. And you walk over and you stand squarely in front of it. And you remember back a time just a few short years ago when you were standing in front of a mirror similar to this one, when the life that you are living now was only a dream in your heart. And you notice how even though you are that person, there's something different about you now. Maybe your clothes are a bit different. Maybe your haircut. It's you, but something's different. Notice it. Notice your body language, how you're more poised, more sure of yourself. You're confident. And you look so happy, so light and free. And you put your hand on the mirror and you notice that so does this other version of you. And you lean into that first version of you there on the other side. And you ask one question. What are you waiting for? It's already done. It's already here. And then without thinking, you just step through the mirror and merge into that powerful, confident, self-assured version of you, the one who already created this magical, incredible life. And you feel what it feels like. You smell the smell. You see what you'd see. And now I want you to just turn the volume up, make it brighter, more clear, more colorful. Really feel and experience this is your life. This is you. And you make a choice to live in this energy. And as you do, the timeline shifts. It is forever changed. It's anchored in. There is a ripple now in the quantum field, and it is done. And you just feel how good that feels, knowing that the universe is already reordering everything for you right now. Good. Good. Just take a moment to breathe that in. Good. It is done. And now you can begin to feel a little more alert, a little more refreshed as you prepare to come all the way back to this moment, back to the here and now, but knowing something has changed. Something is different. Something has changed on a quantum level. And on the count of 3, I will bring you back to your full waking awareness as this is anchored in. So 1, coming back more and more into the room. 2, just noticing the position of your body. And 3, whenever you're ready, just giving a good stretch and anchoring in these amazing feelings and coming all the way back into the room, feeling refreshed and full of energy, ready for the rest of the day. How do you feel as you're making your way back into the room, stretching and feeling really, really good? You can just let me know in the chat how you feel. And I will begin to share my screen. Again, we just have a couple more slides, and then we will be wrapping up for the day. Play for slide. So as you're integrating back in the room, first of all, I want you to drink a lot of water today. After that, this energetic work can be really, oh good, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. This energetic work can be really intense. So make sure that we're replenishing, maybe go outside at some point, get a little sunshine. If you're in a place that has some sunshine, put your feet in the ground. But definitely drink a lot of water. So the real truth of it is none of us really need more information. What we really need is just to close that gap, that energetic gap, that gap between the conscious and the subconscious. Oh, I'm reading your all's comments. Oh, I'm so glad it was good. Yes. I'm glad it made your heart melt. It actually makes me tear up. I was tearing up a little bit. That one always makes me a little emotional because it just feels so good. And that is the key, right? Having those feelings. And again, that initiation to the timeline that we want to be on, which is really about embodying that energy and allowing the weight, the lead to be released so that we can be lighter and come into alignment with what it is that we want in our life, in our business more easily. And this, what we just did, this is how you can activate that new vibration. And then it just simply becomes about being in that new state more consistently. So as we wrap up here today, we have one more day tomorrow where we're going to actually talk about, I'm going to teach you my signature method of subconscious spell casting, which is how we turn the lead into gold. And we're going to get into the social selling strategy that I want to share with you. That is absolutely incredible. And it's very simple and you do not need to, it's all organic stuff. It's not anything, no ads or anything like that. That's why if we just have the energetic alignment and then we bring in some simple strategy, that's when things begin to happen like magic. So today is a day to have a good day. I just love that slide. So we will see you tomorrow. I'm going to stop my share one more time and just come right back into the room with you all and just say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We have, like I said, just one more day where I'm going to lay out my signature method, the subconscious spell casting, where it kind of brings a lot of what we've been talking about together. And I'm going to share the social strategy piece as well. So yeah, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for being with me. I couldn't share if you weren't here. I mean, it wouldn't be as much fun anyway. I will also, the replay of this will go out. So if you would like to listen again to that hypnosis, I'll make sure to put the timestamp in there so you can re-listen to that as well if you would like to, because that energetic shift is how we shift and get on that new timeline. So thank you all so much. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.